Thank you for tuning in today. Back with another gaming video, and today I'm playing a little big workshop. Let's go on ahead and get started. Now, I do plan on putting the steps and everything that I'm going to be doing this video in the comments, because I am a gamer, obviously, and I know what it's like to want to look up information when you need a quick answer to a quick question, and all you can find is just like videos that are like a half an hour long, and you don't want to sit through a half an hour long video. You just want to look at something, read it, and just know what the hell you're supposed to do. So, in my sympathy to gamers in that regards, I will be putting this information in the comments. So, if you do not want to sit through this entire video, you do not have to. Okay, so in any case, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do here is we are going to skip the tutorial. The tutorial basically railroads you in a manner that it will get you off to a good balanced start, but not necessarily as efficiently as you could start, which is why I like mine just a little bit better. And also, if it's your first time playing through the game and you haven't skipped the tutorial before, you will get a trophy or an achievement for doing so. So, go on ahead and skip that now. Now, even though we skip the tutorial, pretty much every time we do something new, we are going to get little pop-up hints like this guy up here. Like, we don't know what a help section does, so, you know. I mean, whatever, you know. I appreciate the gesture, I suppose. Also, getting started out, I like to orientate my workshop like this. Typically, I'll put a break room up there. Well, you know what? Let's just do it. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to get into our research and development and get rid of that tip right there. We're going to get billboards. Billboards, basically, when you have multiple workstations of the same type, billboards are what you use to link them together. So that way you don't have to, if you have a job for, say, like a wood job, and you go on like the woodworking station, but you have like 5 of them, you don't have to manually split them up between the 5 workstations. You just send it to the billboard, and the billboard does it automatically. Alright, so we did that. Now we're going to start buying some stuff. As you notice, we have 3 bare rooms, so not a whole lot getting done right now. So we're going to come down here to the bottom left, and we'll see a few things here. We can buy some basic workstations, some break room items, and some decorations. So right now I'm going to start with assembly stations, and I like to put them here, and I'm going to get 2 of them right off the bat. If you do follow along the tutorial, they have you basically just kind of get 1 of everything for, you know, the first 4 or 5, something like that. In any case, I mean, it gives you like well-rounded, but it doesn't make you very fast though. And when you're trying to advance through this game, you want to be a little bit faster, especially if you're playing over again and you're just trying to basically like optimize your overall operations. Okay, so now we're going to build a couple workstations up here, or woodworking stations, more respectively. Gonna get a little warning saying that yeah, I'm spending a lot of money here. They're getting a little worried about me, but it'll be okay. All the money that I'm spending right now, we're gonna make right back. Okay, so I have 2 woodworking, 2 assembly stations. Now we want to link these together with billboards, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab a billboard, put one there, put one there, and I won't be able to use these to link them until after I've officially purchased them, when I've completed the order. So we're just going to go on ahead and get this order done. So after those, alright, now I want to build, okay, so yeah, down bottom left, you see these little grid icon here. You want to definitely have some storage spaces. It is essential. Otherwise, you'll have no place to put the stuff. Components, completed items, so on and so forth. So I'm going to put a small one down here for the wood for now. I put a larger one up here because this is also going to be where user assembly and the deliveries are right here. So basically everything that gets completed is going to be put in this area, And just to make it a little more feasible, let's see if I can put a shelf in here. That would be nice. Alright, yeah. Go ahead and put that shelf in there. The shelf isn't part of my original plan. It is cheap, so hopefully it doesn't make me unable to get something else I'm trying to. Alright, so now we're going to do some break room stuff. I'm going to get... If you do the tutorial, it tells you to start with coffee machines, which give you 3 coffees. Vending machines give you 4. So we'll just start off with 2 vending machines. And Breakroom Table. And 2 other Breakroom Accessories. Alright, I'll just go with these last 2 here. I'm going to go with the game console. Tuck it in that corner there. And... Alright, sorry, I'm taking way too much time making a decision that doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna... Yeah. Wedge a little chessboard in there as well. Alright, so I still have like a couple thousand I can spend. Which actually... What I'm gonna do... Alright, I'm gonna slow down time. Go ahead and complete the order. Yep, got it. Now I can go on ahead and use the billboards to link their respective workstations. Boom. Alright, and I'm gonna hire a couple extra workers to hit the ground running here. 2 more operators and a transporter. Now, when you start the game, you only have 2 operators and no transporter. The transporters are great because they free the operators up to make stuff instead of carrying stuff around. And then, of course, the more operators you have, the more productive you are in general, as long as there is room and machines available for them to operate on. So, we'll go ahead and grab them. Alright, well that didn't take long. Alright, so we've got our milestones here. A lot of times, with the exception of just a couple requirements in these, you really don't even have to pay attention. You just grow your factory as you normally would, and you hit them pretty naturally. The next thing I want to do here is check the market. This is where we're basically going to receive and accept the orders, fulfill and deliver them through this menu right here. The challenges come from special sellers, but they tend to give you more money and experience points. But there's the general market, which right now we only have access to basic because we just started. Once we hit another milestone, we'll get medium. Another one after that, we'll get advanced. So this is basically, these items are almost always available. Some of them kind of switch in and out now and then. But these items here, especially the basic ones, doing large orders of these are kind of your bread and butter, even in the late game of this. They tend to be a little more efficient as far as building profit over going with large orders of advanced items, just because of how much time and resources and whatnot they take. Alright, so in any case, we're on challenges. We're going to get the gnome here. We got Crazy Steve. He's going to basically be our first business buddy. Yeah, so we're gonna go, you can hit accept, which is great, you'll accept the challenge, but what you want to do is hit create plan, because that's how you're actually going to put your strategy together as far as how you're going to get this manufactured. Now, this is the first one of the game, so it's incredibly basic. There is, this isn't even a material that you usually get, it's just like a tree stump. Usually you at least get boards or something like that, and then you change those into, whatever else. But in any case, we do have some chiseling to do, which is what this icon represents here. So we are going to connect this to our workstations, and as I mentioned before, instead of connecting it directly to a workstation, we hit the billboard. Alright. Yeah, on the special challenges, the amounts that we set on the Other general market challenges, you can set the amount of pretty much whatever you want as long as it doesn't exceed the number that's in demand at that point in time. So this one, it's only 3. It's incredibly simple because it's the first challenge in the game. So we're just going to go ahead and bust this out real quick. Go ahead and put it in max speed. And yeah, it won't take long. Drop the materials off. We're going to chisel them off there. 2 out of 3. There's number 3. Click deliver. Get delivered. Boom. Alright. So not a whole lot. I mean, we just got a few thousand for it, but it definitely helps when we were kind of getting towards the bottom there. Alright, so let's look at the market further. See, now we did that challenge. There are no other challenges available, so we'll go to the market and see what we can do here. Now the shelves, they're pretty cheap, but they are pretty quick and easy, so it's kind of the time versus profit is a lot of what you're looking at in this game. If something takes too long to make, it is not profitable. So even if it's really expensive, the cheaper things, like, you're better off making 10 batches of a cheap item than 1 batch of an expensive item if you're trying to make money. So let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can lay into the shelves. But okay, now the one downside of my strategy versus what they tell you in the tutorial is the tutorial has you do a basic metal working job. And these shelves right here, as you can see, they kind of have like metal frames on them. But usually you can get in here and you can change the method of it. So yeah, see, I can change it to like this wood one right here. So now both components are wood. So we're going to go on ahead and go with that. We've got everything onto our woodworking stations except for the final step. This little icon right here, that's the assembly icon, which is done respectively at the assembly station. Alright, so we got everything set there as far as that goes. Now, like I said, when we're making these items here, we shouldn't be shy about putting in large orders of them. So we're going to go on ahead and get that started, and there is another one. So we're going to go on ahead and do this one too. Oh, and look, it's already set up, so we'll go on ahead and put in another batch of those. And just take another quick look at the market here in case there's anything. We're not quite ready. See, like these tables here, they're all wood, but they take a little bit longer than what we want. This has a cloth pad on here. I don't have a cloth workstation yet. These two things I like to build as well, but as you can see, they have metal and there's no getting around it on these ones. So we gotta wait until I have some metal to work with. The good thing is that it's coming very soon. So we'll go ahead and bust our way through these 2 batches right here, and then we'll see where we sit once these are done. Alright, I'm going to deliver the last batch here. Level up a couple times. Very nice. Alright, we got a little bit of money, so let's slow it down for a second. And let's see. Alright, so the next thing I want to buy is the foundries. Now, these will allow us to do some metalworking, but only one method of it, which is fine. It's all we need for right now. Order those. These connected. Alright. Alright, now let's see. We have we do have a challenge, but it's plastic. We don't have any plastic machines yet. Alright. So like the last time I did this, it was it was shelves, like we just made. So I'm gonna go on ahead and yeah, okay, 41. Now that I have the metal, let's see. Okay, So this right here, casting, that's the only method of metalworking that we can do right now, which that's the downside of going straight to the foundries over the metalworking stations, but they complete their processes 4 times faster, and that is definitely worth it. Right. So make 30 of those, and it should go twice as fast this time, because now instead of the woodworking stations doing all the work, we're going to have the foundries, the forges, whatever you want to call them, taking the, the foundries taking the half the workload. Right, there's that one. Yeah, got it. Now this one's down to 19, so going ahead and I always turn batch on. I never really notice that much of a difference when I use it, but whatever. Okay. Looks like this one wants to be a bit particular. Okay, so this one is going to make us use wood, because as I mentioned before, I can only do this method right here that it's showing of metalworking, and when it's red like that, it's not going to work. So it's got to be the lighter tannish color. And this right here, that's the signal, or the icon for assembly. But if I pick that one, it's going to have me do something else. Yeah, it's going to have me do metal bending, which I don't have a metal bender. So I would just end up having to do wood again anyways, which in that case, I might as well just do this. It's a little bit shorter of a process. Put on that woodworking station again. Alright, 19. Let them go. Alright, I'm going to do another batch here. See if that shelf challenge pops up, or if we're just going to continue on from there. One thing that's good to know is that if you do start getting a little low on money, you can always open up the order and deliver whatever you have made already, and then that can kind of help you keep your head above water a little bit until your batch is actually complete. So see, now I'm back up in the green. Also keep an eye on workstations. They do have a general condition that wears over time, but the good thing is that you can usually fix them through the billboards. So if you have a whole bunch of workstations connected to one billboard, you just tell the billboard to repair, and it'll repair all of them as needed. All right, here we go. Now we got the shelf challenge. All right, so we're going ahead and jump in here. Alright, this shouldn't take long. Alright. Get your shelf, Steve. Yep, no problem. Alright. No more challenges. Go back, see what else we can do here. Alright, now we got about 20,000. Let's see what we want to do next. Alright, let's check our research and development. We haven't really checked that since we started. Since we've gained a few levels, now we've got a handful of points to work with here. Actually enough to knock out the whole first tier. So we'll go ahead and do that. But if you don't have enough to knock out the whole first tier at this point, you want to do storage management and construction tools. Storage management allows you to repurpose your zones so that they function in different ways other than just general storage. and construction tools makes it so that you can expand your workshop. Now, you can't expand beyond the fence perimeter. Not yet, anyways. There is another one here, right here, plots. Once you do that, you can start unlocking other areas if you... Yeah, well, eventually you will need to expand beyond the fence, but that bridge is a little ways off still. Okay, so we got those two challenges here. Let's see. We got those 2 upgrades done. Alright, we have this, which this one requires paint stations, which we do not have the room for just yet. Okay, so once you complete all the tier 1 upgrades, Suikia becomes available. It's probably who's calling me right now. Yep. Sure is. Okay, yeah. It's shelved, so we're going to go on ahead and tackle this one now. We'll get it going. We'll hit this little arrow down here, so that way we put it up there, and we'll put them in overdrive as well. Overdrive burns your machines out a little bit faster, so we're going to go on ahead and set them all up for repair now. Alright. Go ahead and get this challenge out of the way. And then I believe after this challenge, then we'll meet the criteria to jump up to the next milestone. Alright, looks like we've made it past the beginning tier here. Yep, got 4 points. And we got access to the medium category upgrades and items for production on the marketplace. Alright, while they're finishing up this last order here, let's go ahead and look at our research and development again. Okay, so this is what the middle tier of that looks like. We have 6 points. So we could buy pretty much 3 of anything. But what we want right now is anti-slip boots and expert hustler will help us with our profit generation right now, and then less delays in the production with anti-slip boots. But we'll just leave it at that for right now. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do a remodel now. So basically what I want to do is if you're looking at this kind of like it's a angled T, we want to fill in the bottom left corner of that T. So this area right here. And to do that, we're going to go to our remodel menu. Now we've got a few different options here. By default, it gives you the construction, which basically is building walls. But you also have a bulldozer for removing walls, and you have the option to put doors in as well. Actually, sometimes it's essential. For example, I build the room that I want to build. I'll start here, I'll proportion it out from corner to corner, but it's going to turn red and give me that exclamation point because you can't get in or out of that room, so essentially it's a non-productive room. So we're going to go ahead and throw a door on there. And now it's okay. So we'll get out of that, we'll confirm the order, complete this delivery, and then watch these 2 things get taken care of. So we're up to 35,000 now, which, I mean, you know, is not rich by any means, but we've definitely got a little bit of elbow room to take the next step going further here, and with the new room that we have added. And the fact that the door is on the outside, don't worry about that. Eventually we will fix that. We're eventually going to extend out into this general area and this area over here. What I like to do is I like to make this like the wood wing, and this is like the metal wing over here. So these wood stations will be coming down here, the assembly stations, which this room right here becomes my first assembly room. Once you get into the later game, you may want to have multiple assembly rooms, just so you can have basically multiple lines of production going at once. But for the time being, early, mid-game, this area right here, and I will expand the room back to the fence. Not right away, but eventually. And so yeah, all of this is going to spread out. This will be a delivery room. This will eventually be a storage only room, just a general storage, kind of a catch-all for things that don't belong anywhere else. But as for right now, I'm going to leave these two general. And then up here, let's see. Okay, so up here, and also since I advanced a tier, I have some other machines that are available. One thing about these workstations up here, the woodworking stations, they're kind of a one-size-fits-all. They'll do just about anything that you want with wood, but they do it slowly, and I believe I may have touched on this earlier, but they do it about 25% speed, whereas most of the machines that just do like one specific function are about 100%, so about 4 times faster. But in any case, right now, I want to get a couple paint stations. I'll go ahead and put these guys up here, and the billboard to go with them. And I'm going to get something else too, so I'm going to go ahead and grab another billboard ahead of time there. And put a storage zone up here as well. Just a small one. And then we're going to get some injection presses. These are for basically the fundamental productions of plastic, which up until this point we have not had. Alright, so I'll go ahead and get out of this, complete the order, which, I mean, we still have almost 25,000 left, which is more than enough to do pretty much whatever we want at this point. Go ahead and get those linked up. So all that's good to go there. Alright, now, after you get plastic and paint done, you will eventually see the horse pop up. Here's the horse right here. So that right there, now that you've got paint stations, you'll be able to complete that. You can do the rest of these with your woodworking station. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, also, the rubber ducks too. There is another version of the rubber duck. It looks like a more realistic duck, not a bathtub duck. But since you have the plastic machines now you can make those. And don't forget, we did get up to medium, so there's a whole nother medium here. With the woodworking stations only, like usually these can be really great for profit too, but you don't really want to start busting these out until you have the specific wood and metal machines for them. Otherwise the production's slow, the profit's not really worth it. But as you can see, going back up until this point, we've been 200-300, about the same with those. And with the rubber ducks as well, you're going to be down there. With the horses, you're going to be down around 100-200. Those still take a long time because you need specific, well, you don't need, but if you want to do them in a timely manner, you do need the proper workstations for each respective step of the production. But in any case, I don't want this video to go on forever. I understand that you want to play the game and you won't want to spend half your night watching this video just so that you can, get a grasp on what you're doing. So I'm going to go on ahead and call it here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and let this build. So yeah, at this point, yeah, you're pretty much set to go in just about any direction you want. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and best of luck with your game.